This quote comes from the famous philosopher named Socrates. The secret to happiness is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. True happiness does not lie in trying to get more out of life, but in our ability to enjoy and appreciate the little things that are already there. This means that instead of always trying to get more, we should learn to appreciate what we have now, even though the amount may be limited. By developing this ability, we can find true happiness and satisfaction in life. Are you not ashamed to accumulate money and honor and reputation, and care so little about wisdom and righteousness and elevating the quality of the soul? This quote expresses Socrates' criticism of those who focus too much on material things, such as money, honor, and reputation, while ignoring the importance of wisdom, truth, and inner growth. Socrates argues that greater attention should be given to things that are more abstract and have long-term value than just mundane things. Prioritize knowledge over wealth, for one is temporary, the other eternal. In this quote, Socrates proposes a comparison between knowledge and wealth. He argues that knowledge has a higher value than wealth, because wealth is only temporary, whereas knowledge can bring lasting benefits. Socrates emphasizes the importance of developing our knowledge and understanding as a top priority, which will provide long-term benefits, while wealth is limited and cannot meet spiritual needs. I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance. This quote illustrates Socrates' understanding of his ignorance. Socrates admits that he does not know many things, and that he has only a very limited understanding. This quote reflects Socrates' philosophical approach, which begins with the will to seek truth and knowledge through dialogue and introspection. Socrates realized that his knowledge was limited, and he felt the need to keep learning and questioning everything to get a better understanding. It is not life, but the good life that is to be cherished. That is, it is not just life that must be valued, but life by doing good and meaningful things. Slander doesn't hurt me because they don't beat me. That is, not affected or hurt by slander and bad words of others, because those words have no physical power to harm him. When you want wisdom and insight as much as you want to breathe, then you will have it. That is, wisdom and knowledge can only be achieved when one really desires and strives to acquire them wholeheartedly. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. This means that we must be wary of a busy life that does not allow room for deep thought, reflection, or awareness. Remember, no human condition is permanent, so you can't get too excited about good luck or too sad about bad luck. That is, the human condition is always changing, both for the better and for the worse. Therefore, we should not be too euphoric or too desperate when faced with good or bad luck. I concluded it was not wisdom that enabled poets to write their poetry, but some kind of instinct or inspiration, as you find in seers and prophets who convey all their messages without knowing the slightest meaning of them. That is, Socrates argued that true wisdom depends not only on intellectual knowledge, but also on instinct or inspiration that leads to deeper understanding, just as fortune-tellers and prophets did in conveying their messages. One should not take revenge on or maltreat anyone, no matter how badly one is treated by one. That is, Socrates emphasizes the importance of not taking revenge or committing crimes against others, even if someone has been mistreated. The hour of departure has come, and we each go our separate ways. I die, and you live. Which is better? God only knows. That is, Socrates realized that death is fate for everyone, and everyone has their own path. Socrates ponders that only God knows what is best between life and death. A person of no value only likes to eat and drink. A person of value eats and drinks only to live. That is, Socrates argues that true humans are not those who only live for worldly pleasures, such as eating and drinking, but those who use food and drink as a means to live life wisely and meaningfully. The fewer our desires, the more we resemble the gods. That is, the fewer material desires or desires a person has, the closer he is to the state of wisdom and perfection possessed by the gods. False words are not only evil in themselves, but also infect the soul with evil. This quote reveals that untrue or false words not only have evil within themselves, but can also damage one's soul with such evil. Socrates emphasized that honesty in speaking and communicating is very important. Wars, revolutions, and battles are caused solely by the body and its desires. All wars are waged for the acquisition of wealth, and the reason why we must acquire wealth is the body, because we are slaves who serve it. In this quote, Socrates expresses his view that wars, revolutions, and battles occur because of physical impulses and human passions. He argued that all wars are waged for the acquisition of wealth, and the reason behind the need for wealth is that humans are bound by the wants and needs of their bodies. We hope for your support in the form of likes and comments. Thank you for watching.